What's up, Laker fans? Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight as Lakers try to make it 3-0 on the Grammy road trip and five straight overall. It'd be 7 out of 8 as well against a banged up Philly team. No Embiid, no Paul George, Jared McCain obviously out, uh, Caleb Martin, several guys. For the Lakers, have Rui coming back, but Vando will be out and Gabe will miss his second game in a row. So, welcome everyone. George, thank you as always for getting us started out. 916, AJ, Shaq and Sacktown. Good to see you. Let's get this W tonight. Lakers going back to the starting lineup with Rui. Reddick in pregame brought up the fact that DFS is still on a minutes restriction in context with that. So take that from that what you will. But what's up, Alex? What's up, Regina? Good to see you, homie. On the second night of a road back to back and third game in 4 nights, my expectations are fairly low against a team that, is pretty banged up. I do think, you gotta win the game, but in terms of the aesthetics of it, I'm gonna try my best to not be grumbling and growling, but just get the W nomad exactly. I mean, Alex, I think that the starting lineup thing with DFS is somewhat of a yeah, you could start him and just play him to the minutes restriction as well. Uh, so I do think there is a degree of they're trying to, play the politics of it to an extent, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with DFS's return. But yeah, that was my thought too. Was like, if he's limited to 24 or whatever he's limited to, you could still start him and play that. But yeah, yes, I did see that schedule in March. That's going to be a tough one. Very curious how we manage that. Sim, one thing that Reddick has continually said has been that like Rui has been one of the most down for the cause type of players on the team in that he's done what they've asked of him. And I think there's a certain amount of what they've asked of him is not naturally in his wheelhouse. And someone like Dorian Finney Smith can come in and look a lot more natural at it and be like, hey, why don't we start this guy? Which I do think that we should do. That said, I can understand from a coach's perspective if you have a player that has, in your opinion, done what you've asked of them, and he even qualified it as it being like to a greater degree than any of the other role guys really. Um, it's I think that type of player earns more rope from the coach, and so I get it. I don't think that sort of change, especially prior to the trade deadline. I do think part of this is let's get through the trade deadline and see where we're at. I don't think it's permanent, or even something that'll last a super long time. But yeah, we'll see if Shake gets more minutes tonight. I'd prefer if he didn't. It's funny. There is a version of this team, and it's possible that makes a deal where it's Gabe for a big, especially like Robert Williams type, where they just go absolutely massive and play some dudes at the two and that are basically power forwards. Play some Max and Austin as your only guards really. Yeah, DSW Sixers are down a lot of guys. Gonna have to run tonight though. That's something Lakers don't like doing when they dial it back. So Yeah, I agree with that, Seb. I do think Wemby's inclination to stay on the perimeter is complementary to Fox's speed, and it pulls the body out of the paint. But yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Panopticon. That this is your first time joining on playback. Thank you for joining. This has become a cool little group that we've got here. That I'm very much in my lizard brain. I try to give you analysis, but I'm also banging on the table and getting hyped and cussing at the TV and trying not to say anything too stupid. But appreciate you joining and hanging out. Hope you enjoy yourself. What's up, Rans? Oh, that's a cool stat, Henry. All right, we're tipped off. Lakers. Rui off of an Iverson cut, entry into LeBron, skips it to Austin, racks it baseline, floater, misses that, had a good look, but can't get it to go. Yabusele with the rebound, outlet over to Maxi. Guarded by Max, ball up top, hands off to Oubre, up top to Eric Gordon, excuse me. Back to Maxi, 5 on the shot clock, racks it left, Austin steps over, little floater, Yabusele misses it. Max with the rebound over to LeBron. 11:19 left, 18, 17, 16 if you're sinking. Two-man game, LeBron and AD into the pocket. Short floater. Yeah, missed that short. Hey, Mr. Blue. LeBron is trying to stay in front of Maxi and does. Oubre going to take that three over LeBron. That's a brick. Austin with the rebound. No score in the first minute plus. 10:50 left. LeBron. AD taps it. Lakers out of sorts a bit. Get into a double drag handoff. Great ball fake. Oh, Austin misses it. Had a great look. Really shook himself free with that ball fake. Drive and kick back out to Maxi. Thinks about it. Drives on AD instead. Shoots the floater. Rushes it. Hearing footsteps. See if LeBron can get us on the board. Over to Austin. They switch that. So LeBron's going to clear out a side. Racks it baseline. Lays it up. Scoops it up and in. Nice shot. Lakers first to score. 2-0. 10:09 left. Maxi off a double drag. They go under, so he's going to pull. That's a brick as well. Austin with another rebound. Up the left side. Rui with a step up screen. Clean. Pulled it. Let's go, Rui. Back rims it. Both teams cold to start. Eric Gordon dribbling on Austin. Gets into his chest. Misses that long. LeBron with the rebound. Austin streaking up the right side. It gives it to him. Into the corner. Max goes middle. Shot fake over to LeBron. Little awkward spacing. Austin cuts through. Good cut. Lays it up and in. Good find by LeBron. They sure do, Gaudelock. That's two. Yeah, Trudell loves him some Yabusele. Oubre trying to get the Sixers on the board. Pulls up. Misses short. Off of the glass. Good job by Max. Outlet over to LeBron. Good stuff, Lakers. 6-0 start. 8:56 left. Pick and pop. Max stays with him. Out to Yabusele. Probably traveled. Gets by Rui. Gets on the board. All right. Lakers up 6-2. AD with it on the elbow and a horn set. Three ball from Max as they help on LeBron, but he gets a flat footed weak side offensive rebound. Skips it across. Max tries it again. Spins that one in and out. Lefty, incredible tip in by AD. What a coordination. Tries to get the steal, but no dice. Dribble it ahead. Back out. Maxi thinks about it. Keeps it. And then fires away. Gets it to go. Oh, outlet to AD. Love it. Getting more of those lately. Yeah, AD closed out and kept running. 10-5. Dime store score, as Chick used to say. Back out. Maxi trying to drive on Rui. Steps back, takes the three, misses everything. Good job, Rui. Is the score not updating on playback, Rommel? Oh, good cut, Rui. Good pass, Austin. Interesting. 12-5. All right. Let me see if there are other as we go to timeout. Let me go see if there's I just flipped it to the Lakers Sportsnet feed. It's working? Okay, thank you for letting me know. I don't know if I did anything, but yeah. Hey, Goody Joy. What's up, Broner's dad? Good to see you. Yeah, man, no more Shake minutes. Shake has been a rough watch. I expected him to be a upgrade over JHS because that's kind of the role I saw him filling, and he hasn't really been. AJ, it would require too many contracts to get Butler. The team would be just left with like a 4 or 5 man rotation at that point. Rens, they're not trading us De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, that's something that we would be in on, but and they've already said, Fox is not interested in coming to the Lakers, but Gallock, did you see the report today? Yeah, so Shams, the reason he's asking is they've apparently put Fox on the table because he's not interested in signing the extension. And thank you for letting me know, Mr. Blue. And so, yeah, they're putting him on the trade market a couple of days before. That's the thing too, is that these are not the type of things that just happen out of nowhere. There are moves being made. So yeah, I think San Antonio is the place. Yeah, apparently we checked in on Malik, and that's not really he's not really available for what we would trade for him. I mean, Malik, we'd have to do Gabe and a couple of Vetmins. Yeah, if we could do a first for him and then a first for like Williams or something like that, that would be amazing. But yeah, that would be all right. We're back at it. Lakers up 12-5. Yabusele racking it on Rui. Good block or good contest by AD, who gets out on the run. I love it. Yeah, let's go. So AD's rim run right there freed up a body for Rui to get like that guy wasn't guarding Rui, got an open lane, got the dunk. No Darius tonight. AD got lost on that one. At least it looked like. Lakers up 14-7, 6:28 left. Into LeBron in the post. Quick move. Kind of bobbles it, though. They double. He's patient. Go into the repost. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, cuts through, gets the foul. Got by him very easily there. Our Laker, I think it is. Philly has had the most cursed year. They even had a super fun draft pick that got hurt for the year. It was like, oh, at least we have this. Nope. Nope. You don't have that guy either. Not anymore. Is that what happened on that last one, SimCity? Yeah, I thought I caught it late. Yeah, that was a bummer. I love McCain, his attitude, his personality, just dig what he's about. 16-7. Oubre with the ball. Crossing over on Rui. He's standing in front. Good job by Rui. Coughs it up. Gives it over to LeBron. Back to AD. On Gordon. Dribbles at him. Nowhere in particular. Gonna go the other way. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. That was DFS. Excuse me. So yeah, starting lineup plays well again. Got DFS and Jackson into the game. Close out. Oh, nice rebound by Dorian. Into the post. AD. They double. Shot fake. Loses 2. Drive and kick. Got to get better looks out of these doubles. Let's go. My God. We're so bad on our post offense. Yeah, Godlock, it's been the same spot pretty much every. This is where I expect the player that the Lakers trade for, if they do trade for a 5, this is where he'll be coming in. Dorian misses the corner 3 off the inbound, going the other way. Good transition defense by the Lakers, and going to be a turnover. Yeah, Edwards really forced that. No ice machine check yet, Mr. Blue, but you know that's coming. Off the oh, come on. Maxey jumped the passing lane. Dorian a little lazy with the entry pass. Good pace the other way. Max can't get the quick answers. Missed a couple of good looks. Oh, nice play, AD. Saves it to Jackson. Gets tackled. Gonna go to the free throw line. All right, Bronny getting a look ahead of Shake. I love it, man. Don't let a new guy come in here and just stink out loud like that. You got to be ready to play. Are these Bronny's first minutes in a real game that aren't the gimmick from the from the first game? I think so. Pretty cool. Yeah, he's taking that shake shift. Good for him. 18-9. Jackson gets them both. 4:25 left. Max guarding Maxey. Step up screen. Skips and a swing. Drives baseline. AD cuts it off. Gets middle. Steps through. Oh, nice move. Bronny sets the or DFS sets the ball screen. Oh, gonna go the other way. Possible. Let's see how he does, Sheik. Bronny goes under the screen. Maxi steps back, hits the jumper. Gonna count it and one off ball foul on Jackson. Look like. Yep, that's Jackson. Yeah, that's lame. No, our Laker, and in fact, we have several guys like where health is gonna be a it's gonna be a white knuckler. Bricks the free throw. Max chases down the rebound, gives it over to Bronny. 3:40 left. Lakers up 18-13. Little 4-0 run. Bad entry pass by Bronny. Come on. It's a couple of turnovers Lakers have given up. And nice dunk by Yabusele. Timeout Lakers. Really sloppy basketball last couple minutes. Lead cut down to 3. 3:32 left. Lakers up 18-15. What's up, Roy? So yeah, on that entry, you got to throw it to the inside. You got to see where the defender's trying to wheel around to and throw it to the opposite side there. Yeah, AJ, no Vando tonight. They're sitting him just as a not playing him in back to backs, which is probably smart. So yeah, William, it seems like the plan with AD in the back half of this quarter is to have AD groups that are all defense. Now I know they've got Jackson in that 5 spot, but I think that that is a temporary thing. I think they'll have a different 5 in that place. But yeah, I think that's sort of the idea is that AD creates the shot and then they play great defense and that's how they get through those minutes. Part of my concern. But yeah, if you are down one extra guard, you're into some tough territory. Sheik, that's what I've heard, that it's just a back-to-back thing for now. That wasn't officially reported, but that was what was told to me. Very curious what the roster looks like after the dust settles, even beyond the like main trade. I do think there's a possibility a couple roster spots open up that I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers took a look at Fultz, or if a Sacramento San Antonio trade went down and CP3 got bought out. I could definitely see us going toward him in that role. I'm I'm not convinced they're gonna do a trade, Roy, but I'm at a point where I would be surprised if they don't. It's not a certainty, but I would be surprised if they don't. Kind of feels like they have to, right, Babu? Like it would be. It does take two to tango, Gaudelak, but there are so many guys available at that particular position, especially with AD making noise about getting a 5, that There are plenty of dance partners. I don't know if DeJuan Gordon would get a roster spot. I think it'd be likelier Koloko would get one of those spots. The Lakers in a scoring drought. Get Bronny off the cut. Nice. Good basketball, gentlemen. Job by Bronny being in the middle of that play on the short roll. Bronny as a short roll guy, I think is going to be super important. Bronny getting over the screen. Dorian helps, straps it away, but right to this is the layup. We'll take that. Over to AD. Into the pocket. Skip over to Bronny. Swing. Knocked away. Keep it here. We got 8 on the shot clock. Yeah, good slip right there. Good dive by Jackson. Sheik, I think that's the plan. We've had a decent number of lineups like this at this point of the game, and then Austin comes back in to sort of help buttress the LeBron lineups. LeBron didn't want the floater, kicks it out to Bronny. Drive, kick, 3 ball. He's been a little bit off. 20 to 15, 2:25 left. Checks the screen. Lays it up. Bronny getting called on the bump. Redick calls Bronny over, give him some advice. So in the game for the Lakers, we got LeBron, Bronny, Dorian, Jackson, and AD. What's up, Nick? Welcome on YouTube. All right, they get the free throws. 20 to 17, Lakers up. Drive off the carom, knocked away. Gonna keep it here. Trying to get it to Bronny on the cut there, I think. So glad I can help keep you posted on that your drive home, Thomas. Gonna get a timeout here. Lakers up 20 to 17, 2:10 left in the first quarter. Yeah, this is a good question, Sheik. Do you think it's part of JJ's job to keep up with South Bay, or is that delegated to someone else organizationally? It is more delegated to somebody else organizationally, although they are under the auspices of JJ in that, like, they're going to be running the same offense and defense, using a lot of the same terminology. Um, and so, yeah, that is run by Joey Buss is the guy who runs it in general. Then you have Nick Mazzella, who's the South Bay GM. I was talking about him the other day about being one of the basketball voices in the room. And again, the way the Lakers do things is they solicit the opinions of a bunch of their people internally. And so Mazzella is going to be one of those people. And Mazzella's been with the team for a long time. Uh, if, if you guys knew him, you would love him. He's huge basketball geek and been doing it for a long time. Good dude. And so they are going to be in charge of the G League roster and have a lot of say over the two-way type of guys. And so within the Lakers structure in terms of scouting, you're going to have all the scouts are going to know a whole bunch of guys, right? But Joey and Nick are going to zero in more on the players that are expected to be in the second round or late second round, possibly undrafted free agent. You know, the guys that are possible G League type of guys. Renz, I don't. Yeah, it's going to be off of us. Renz, I don't actually. To be frank with you, I don't have a great feel for the contribution of Brooks and Harding and McMillan and all them. All right. Philly ball, racks it, lobs it up over. Oh, that's no basket, no basket. Thank you much. Did AD get hurt or is he just going back to yeah, Bronny messed up that switch. Yep. A lot of times AD when he checks out from his first shift will just go back to the locker room to get something retaped or yeah, RTJ, I think that's the case for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Jay. So if an opposite team wants to sign a player from South Bay, what's the usual arrangement? So if, for example, Kyler Kelly just signed with the Mavericks, I don't know if it was a two-way or not. If they're not currently under a two-way deal or to the Lakers roster aside from that, they just sign. They just sign elsewhere. So yeah, we can't play Quincy in a game because he's not on a two-way contract. 20-19. Three by Austin. Got one to go. Nice to see. 23-19. Hopefully, we can get a couple threes to go, make our lives easier tonight. That's our first one. Bronny switches onto the ball. Maxi's going to drive at him. Floats it over the top. Nice shot. Yeah, Maxi is definitely picking on the new guy. Over to Bronny. Gets it poked away from behind. Damn. Oh, Lakers recover it. We'll take it. No shot clock reset, apparently. It's a tough shot. Damn. Lakers up 2, final minute of the first quarter. Step back over Bronny. Oh, boy. They are cooking that young man. All right. Bron dribbles himself into a post up. On the cut. Back out. 3 ball. That's a brick. Bad pass. Laker ball on the turnover. Bron with the bump off. Let's go. Goes right at Bona. All right. Yeah, guard spot is in a rough place. Yeah, I think Redick was pretty tired of Cam last he saw of him, but it might be the best option. Thoughts on Odin? Yeah, one of the game's sadder stories. Had that legendary performance against Noah and Horford, right? Two all-star caliber players, and was easily the best big guy on the court in that game. In a zone. Yep, Brewer was there on that team in Florida. Yep. Sidestep three, in and out. Bad box out on the corner crash. Got to put a body on him. Tied at 25 going into the second quarter. I do know the analytics guys. I know a few of them for sure, and that's a good crew over there. Yeah, they're led by Phil Chang. And Phil once did. They would do these town halls with the Lakers, where every department would like every one of them. They would have a department do a presentation on like this is what we do here at the Lakers. And Phil did one for the analytics staff one time that was really interesting, and it was I wish I could have him on the show. They wouldn't let him be a guest, but I would love to provide some insight of which Spectrum did with that episode for sure, but just on how the whole thing works and what their mentality is. And I think he has a very common sense. Like, it's funny talking to actual basketball analytics people versus like online analytics people. The basketball analytics people really lead with how to talk to coaches and players. And it's not in a like a dummy it down type of sense. It's just, for example, at halftime of a game, it has to be a very like this is useful right now in this game type of thing. That uh, yeah, they need the key information and it to not be overloaded with too much, you know. Anyway, yeah, Phil is a super interesting guy that has great perspective on this. Staples, in a sense, it is. They wanted, like I'm bummed by how it ended because I was upfront with them in the first place that I have this podcast. I'm going to be honest with the fans about it, and uh, they knew what they were getting into with me. But yeah, it was important to me that LFR is a play. Basically, they wanted to take my voice away from me and be subservient to a couple of people that I didn't respect enough in Tim Harris and Lauren Lampkin to be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Do I miss working for them? I miss work. I miss some people. So the thing is with the Lakers, the senior leadership is a bit of a hot mess, and the people who work there are by and large pretty awesome. There's some. I mean, it's a large enough place where not everybody, but the people I worked with on the social media team, especially, is in terms of a group. Uh, it makes a big difference. Or they were just some of my favorite team I've ever worked on. Like a ton of talent, a ton of enthusiasm, a ton of heart, and so I miss them, and I miss working with them and brainstorming with them, and all of that. But by and large, I don't, and I'm enjoying this year a lot more than previous ones. In part because I don't work for the team. Oh wow, Maxi Yabusele, all 25, holding his midsection and wincing. No, Joey's there. Uh-huh. Joey is there, still doing his thing. Don't have Mike hasn't said anything expressing concern. Yeah, so Joey was actually running the social media team up until this year. Like he was my supervisor directly. He's one of my best friends. All right, back at it. They just hit a three. Start out, we got LeBron, Dalton, Austin, Jackson, and Rui. Austin lays it up and in. Good drive. Yeah, I've liked that too, Mr. Blue. All right, Lakers switching. Ball over to Gordon. Jackson. Damn, gonna give up a foul in the end one. Really cut off Jackson's angle there. All right, Philly up 4, 31-27. Jackson with 3 fouls. No cold, just a little bit of sniffles. That's all. Austin falls down. You all right? Feet went out from under him. Oh, man. Koloko gets the minutes, huh? Awesome, Jay. Welcome. Good to see you on this one. Austin coughs it up. Oh, no foul. Yeah, late whistle on there. Mr. Blue, I understand, and I appreciate you sticking around. That's a very interesting sub. Dalton's in the game. So yeah, JD, not only are these jerseys cursed, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I looked this up and it's true. Lakers have not won on January 28th since 2004. They are 0-10 on January 28th since then. It's your birthday, Regina. Happy birthday. Yeah, it sounds like it's a cursed day for the Lakers. Let's break that curse today. We're heading in the wrong direction, but happy birthday, enjoy the L. Yeah, I like Bono too. Into the pocket. Yeah, they're being feisty with their strips. Lakers have expected them to roll over, and that's not really the. Oh man, down 8. This group to start second quarters has been so bad. Koloko with the man miscommunication with Rui started to cut. Eight turnovers for the Lakers. Got Reggie Jackson with the ball. Matched up with Dalton. Skips it over. Shot fake from Gordon. Back out up top. Jackson. Crossover. Good move on Shake Koloko. Rui tracks down the rebound in the corner. Ahead to LeBron up the middle of the court. Dumps it off to Rui. Over to Austin. Sets the screen into the pocket to Rui. Mid-range jumper. Good basketball. Great flow on that play. Lakers down 6. Good to see Rui taking a mid-range jumper without hesitation. I like that shot for him. Lakers. Rui out on Lowry. Pulls up for 3. Misses that. Man, Bona kicking our butt. Gets the rebound over Rui. Misses the putback, though. LeBron with the rebound. Braun, good decision. Drive, good ball fake. Dalton relocates. Gets fouled. Help him up. Help him up. Good decision there by LeBron to not take that shot, kick it out to Austin. Good patience by Austin on that swing pass. They jumped the swing pass initially, and then Dalton, good job relocating, sliding his feet there. Yeah, Jay, exactly. There's a scapegoat component to it as well. That's right, Mr. Blue. Dalton gets all three to go, cuts the lead to 3. Oh, the head of steam. That's too easy. Yeah, this is a tough matchup despite their injuries because their 2 best players use speed at their positions quite a bit, especially Maxey. All right, back up to 6, 38-32, 8:35 left. Lakers in a horn set. Redick, irritated, jumps out onto the floor, calls a timeout. Yeah, I didn't see what he was upset about. That's the thing, Nick, is so Nick says, I don't hate Rui and I agree he has become a scapegoat. Yet that said, I feel like his basketball IQ is low without being a hustle player either, which can be frustrating. He's also not much of an on ball player, right? That if a player has some of those deficiencies, ideally you can rely on them to be able to score to a certain degree or give them the ball to facilitate that to a greater degree than you can with Rui. Yeah, it's just about trying to win a title, and he makes $18 million. And is that the best use of the 18 million the Lakers can have at this point? And so, again, there's a possibility that they end up trading Gabe for a big. I think that that's a bit folly, but um, I think it's just more about that than anything else with Rui. Was it Dalton Manana? Yeah. This is a good call out by DSW. Our horn sets have been disrupted, denied so easily, and that happened again. Looked like JJ might have been pissed about that. So yeah, like the turnover that Bronny had. Basically, guys are standing in the horn or on the horns, and rather than just conceding the entry pass, Philadelphia is actually trying to knock that away and play ball denial on that. And so you have to fight for position, seal your guy. You have to ball fake and throw it to the outside hand. Yeah, you have to back cut and slip out of that. Yeah, the Lakers are not doing much of any of that. Yeah, Yabusele has been the main guy. Yep. It is perils of a point guard deprived team, Dr. Ocular. Yeah. For sure, Jay. Yeah, he killed Rui or he killed Memphis a couple of seasons ago. Remember, part of their game plan was to leave him open. They even said as much. Desmond Bain, I remember very clearly, like, let's see them do that again. And that is part of the Budenholzer type of system that Jenkins and Darvin ran. Is that's a big part is like, hey, we're gonna choose a shooter on the other team to leave alone, and then we're gonna let them, go to town. And Rui's like, thank you very much. That's what I do. He was also very good against Denver, less so against Golden State in that year. So I'd say of the 4 series that Rui's played in the playoffs, he was excellent in 2 of them and not so good in 2 others. We touched on it briefly, Dr. Ocular. Back at it, LeBron. Lakers down 6, racks middle, strips the ball. Nice play by Gordon. LeBron chasing Maxey around. Drive and kick out to Lakers get lucky. Oh boy. Braun dribbles it off of his own foot. Or their foot, I suppose. Racks it right at the defense. That's a bad decision. Yeah, Lakers getting run. Let's see if we get an update on AD. Look at this ball pressure just killing the Lakers. Pull up jumper. Nice shot, Dalton. Racks it middle. Oh, can't give up that seam right there, Koloko. Gonna have a foul. Gonna have Max and Dorian in the game. And yeah, no AD with LeBron checking out. I'm trying to find out info on him. Nothing yet. Koloko makes both free throws, lead down to 6. No, that's too easy, Dalton. 8-point game. Austin. Ooh, nice cut. Oh, nice pass. Good finish. Got to attack them with power. Lakers got to turn up on the defensive end. Gonna be, yeah, getting picked apart. All right, Lakers in the bonus already. See if they can get some free points off that. Into the short roll to Koloko. Skip, good read. Dalton for 3. Let's go. Nice pass. Good to see him knock that down. Dalton heating up a little bit, keeping the Lakers close. Let's get a stop, man. Lakers switching and getting killed. Just play after play. Oh man, questionable with an ab strain. If it's an ab strain, that's, I mean, probably not coming back, right? Darius said he thought it happened on an illegal screenplay. Oh my goodness. What a move. Fuck. Lakers cough it up, about to go down double digits if they give up the bucket here. Too easy. Get the foul from behind. Yeah, Maxi was already cooking us. Fuck, AD, man. Yeah, very different team right now. This Lakers squad than one we saw not too long ago. This has been a good play for us. Dalton didn't want that. Takes the harder one, gets it to go. Dalton's on one right now. Lakers in a zone, just trying to calm it down. Got to get the rebound. Max, come on, man. My God. Even when we get a stop, we don't get a stop. It's funny. The teams that have the size and speed and athleticism, like there's a noticeable difference in speed in this game and just like attack on the rim. Yeah, it's been a bad game for DFS. Uh, Woods roll with the team when healthy. I think that he was the initial thought on going to two bigs, and he was the initial thought of who would be playing at that back part of the first quarter. So I don't know what's going on with him. It seems like this has been a new thing in the 20s where every year we have a player miss a whole season with a day-to-day injury. But at this point, I feel like the ship has sailed a little bit with him. Yeah, I got that impression in my time with the team. Gadalock. All right, Lakers down 8. LeBron back in. Rui back in. Takes the corner 3. Rui knocks it down. Back down to 5. Come on, guys, let's rally together. Some shooting keeping the Lakers in it. That pocket. Good zone offense. Yeah, they're scoring every time. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Sheik, that Wood has never been on a team that's made the playoffs? There are 17. There are too many players on this team that, yeah, need to be cut or traded from the roster. That's why the team can look very good, and then after because our back half of our roster is so bad, it gets very ugly after we miss a couple of guys. And then if AD, oh yeah, Yabusele going back to the locker room as well. And if AD is out, then it's this is a bad lottery team. Could be that DSW. nice. Good two-man game. Braun finds Koloko on the roll. 11 of 12 in the quarter. That's insane. Is that from the free throw line or from the field? Yeah. Free throw. No, little floater. Man. I think they're going to have to blitz Maxi. See if they can rotate it to a bad shooter. Mm. Oh, boy. They score every time. Yeah, Rui's always going to drive that right. 5 on the shot clock. Let it fly, Dalton. Oh, good attack. Good attack. Oh, missed the layup. Crashes into the baseline. Lakers down 8. Yes, there's a very noticeable foot speed differential. Part of that's 3 games and 4 nights and all that, but yeah, part of it's the personnel. The Lakers cannot get a stop. Rui can't hit the corner 3. They're just running. Yeah, I love Maxi's game too, Nick. Unfortunate we're seeing it tonight. And every possession. Yeah, fastest player on our roster. I think it is Max. Bronny, probably Bronny. Or Vando, maybe. Yeah. Maybe Cam. But of the rotation players, like, yeah, it does feel like they're on pace for a 50-point quarter. What are they at? I think they had 25 after the first quarter. When AD checked out, let's see here. Yeah, they had 17 points when AD checked out with 2:21 in the first. And now they're up to 64. Damn. It's 47 points in a quarter, basically. Yeah, I don't think the Lakers have a ton of great solutions right now. I just think they need to get the ball out of Maxi's hands. Yeah, Cam is probably the best personnel decision that we have. Yeah, Sim, between the jersey curse and then the curse of January 28th, where they haven't won on this date since 2004. I was hoping it would be like when you multiply 2 negative numbers together, you get a positive, but no, we got a double curse going on tonight. And AD got hurt. Yes, happy Lunar New Year. Sheik asks, do I think the team consistently being great or shit in the third quarter is directly indicative of the coaching? I think it's part of it. This is something I've seen under multiple coaches now, so I don't think that they're the main reason for it. Um, I think getting through 82 is a more complicated calculation for the Lakers than it is for most teams, just due to the age of LeBron, and then secondary to that is the age of AD. And um, yeah, and so that yeah, I think it's partially coaching, but yeah, I don't really put it on that as much. And yeah, if AD is out with an ab strain or something like that, uh, it could still be a month, you know. Oh, most overrated player in the NBA. I'd have to think about that. I'm not great on the spot ones like that. Yeah, Yabusele comes back. All right, Lakers down 13. Cut it down to 5, but a little 8-0 scoring run. Philly in his zone. Lakers in a two-guard front, not going anywhere with that. Max corner 3. It's a tough shot. Yeah, the difference in zone offense versus theirs is night and day. Lakers back in man mercifully. Really, they want to go right at the basket and right at the Lakers. Went right at Austin's chest. I think that's a 43-point quarter for Philly now. Good cut from Rui. It's another dunk. All right, Jay with some positivity. I like it. Little bump. This is something that they did with Max last time that we were in Philly with when he was guarding Maxi is they put him off the ball and turn it into a foot race. So that's a play where yeah, they get the ball to the elbow. No, Sheik, they're not. They're not different. Let's hope AD's all right. 27 in the first half for Maxi. Austin, good two-man game with Braun. Fades away. Good contest. Better shot. Beautiful shot. Drive, kick, corner 3. Unbelievable. It's 48. Austin, nothing doing. Lakers get steamrolled in the second quarter, going to halftime down 73-57. Yeah, season high for Philly, points and a half. Man. I They don't have anybody that can run with Maxi. And when you combine that with having nobody at the rim, was it 45? I thought it was 48. Yeah. 48-32 quarter. Yeah. But reaction to games like this, DSW is like, I don't know, if AD misses most of the back half of the game and you're already out a couple of guys. I don't know. If you're making sweeping conclusions about Lakers in games like this, it's because they want, you know, you want to. I mean, the team is, this is why I call AD Atlas, because he holds up the whole world in a lot of ways. Yeah, Nick, got to give Cam a look in that second half. Yeah, I think so too, Sheik. It's just, yeah, they're pretty overmatched with the guys they have available. I'll see if I can get an update on AD, but nothing doing quite yet. Yeah, Jesse, what are your takeaways on that? Because it's like the the team coasting against Charlotte, for example, they weren't in trouble. It certainly wasn't a game like this. However, I do think that that adds up and it makes it difficult to sustain come playoff time, right? You're not used to playing 48 minutes of good basketball that often. It's not something that's, and so you can I think slide into those habits even in a playoff game if you're just not used to playing a full 48. Clarissa, so AD's injury is undetermined at this point. DSW, I wouldn't put too much stock in them saying he's questionable to return. That's just the Lakers media relations way of giving an update that isn't an update at all. I know the team has a very cards close to the chest approach to talking about injuries and things like that. And so it could be a more significant injury, and they're just giving us that for now. I'm not sure what play it happened on. Darius was saying he thought that it was a on an illegal screen in the first quarter. Did anybody catch it where he hurt himself? Let's see here. Williams says there's a fundamental difference between playing tired and playing apathetic. Tired is when your legs just can't quite get you there on the closeout. We do play apathetic a lot. Yeah. And if you don't watch the team, you'll miss that. Yeah, DSW. Every That's been a kind of a hallmark of AD's game for a minute. Echo, hell no, I wasn't one of Anthony's sources. You're the second person to ask me that in the last couple of weeks. And first of all, B-ball ops is not telling us like what they're doing from a that's not really how it even my relationship with people over there worked. Secondly, I'd be fucking insane to risk my job being like, "Hey, Anthony, guess what?" The reason that Lakers media and team isn't on Blue Sky is because all things like that need to be approved by Tim Harris. And Tim Harris is a 60-year-old man who doesn't really understand social media that well. And so that's part of the reason why the Lakers were the last team in the NBA to join TikTok as well. Oh, am I sounding guilty, Hokum? I was cracking up about this today with respect to Walker Kessler because I've been telling people like I really don't think Kessler's that available, and several other people have said this as well. Uh, and like you say that lately though, and fans are like, "That sounds like something who thinks that sounds like something that someone who thinks they're going to trade for Walker Kessler would say." I'm like, "Oh damn it!" Yeah, Laker girls have been killing it on TikTok. That was something that we'd started up that TikTok one when I was there. They're run by Jessica Elliott, who's super cool. She was a Laker girl at one point, and she took over for Lisa Estrada several years back, and has been doing cool stuff with the LGs. That's right, Tempt. Perfectly said. We got a chance in this one, K24. How are we going to stop Maxi? Give me your thoughts on stopping Maxi. I am a bit flummoxed on that front. Not January 6th. Change jerseys at halftime. See, Gilby thinking with the creative solutions over here. 10 turnovers in that first half. Didn't handle the ball pressure well. Yeah, Clarissa, I did not enjoy having to talk about players in free agency, and that was one of the things I was really excited about this year doing. Is having talk about free agency and plain language that wasn't, and just yeah, being able to say what's on my mind and what I think. This is a big trade deadline and a big year for the team leadership wise too. Sheik, yeah, on a serious-ish note, if you were JJ, what would you do to contain Maxi in this situation? This is an interesting question because it's like the best answer I can come up with is kind of hostile to the road trip overall. Like I was saying um prior to the end of the second quarter is really what's historically how do teams deal with the player that's on fire or they can't guard on the other team? You double team him, and that's basically what blitzing is off of that ball screen and pick and roll action. Not all of it has been off of ball screens, but yeah, there's putting two on him, but that puts you in a scramble off of that. That without a rim protector, I I don't have much in the way of good answers. Yeah, so AD out, man. Ab strain 2 3 weeks. You think? Yeah, AD has been playing through a decent amount. JD, yeah, that the Turner noise is getting a little bit louder. I think I think the Lakers would want some assurance from Turner about re-signing, but if they got that, I think they'd be aggressive for Turner. William, do I believe in coaches will tell you who they are in the first 50 games? To a large extent, yes. Yes, I do. Who do I think JJ is? Can I cheat on this and go back a bit against what I said? I think this Lakers job is fairly unique in that no, I'm not trying to not be honest or mince my words or anything like that. What I'm saying is that coaching this Lakers team, so first off, my main belief with coaches is you have to coach the team that you have. We spend so much of the time in this chat and just as fans in general talking about personnel and oh, what if we had this guy instead of that guy and all of that. Coaches have to have a lot of the opposite mindset of like whoever I have with me in this room here, this is who we're going to go to war with. And with the Lakers, with LeBron especially, LeBron especially, it is a different calculation getting through 82 than most other teams have. Um, and so I think Reddick is flexible. I think he's young and inexperienced. And that will change. And he had a great quote recently. I think we played it on the pod about how he thinks back a couple of months and it's like, oh, I made a mistake in this game that I wouldn't make if I was faced with that exact circumstance again. And that's great. That's part of getting better as a player, as a coach. It's the same type of process. That's not the last time that phenomenon is going to happen with him, right? Where he's going to keep accruing that experience on a very unusual and unique team. I also think, William, that Reddick wants to play a different way than this roster wants to play, specifically the stars. And so, in figuring out who Reddick is, that's part of the reason why I say he's flexible and pliable. I think that we would look more like a lot of other teams around the league if Reddick had his druthers. But I think that both LeBron and AD are less three-point centric than a lot of those other shot generators around the league. And that kind of changes the way that you go about creating offense. And that was one thing I know the team internally was super excited about these last two games between the Golden State game, so not the last two, but the two before that, between Golden State and Boston was the volume of team 3-point attempts with LeBron and AD both taking like 3 or 4 combined in those games. So they kind of see that as a happy convergence between how the Stars want to play, but also feeling like they are getting up enough attempts there. So I'm sorry if that's a bit of a cop out as an answer. I think he's doing the best he can to coach the team that he has. I draw fewer conclusions. You asked me that in a broad sense, right? Of like, does a coach show them who they are in the first 50 games? On this Laker team, I think there's probably more for Reddick to show if you were giving him a blank slate, you know, average NBA team, then he's got some kind of unique things to work around here. What's up, Josh? I do believe in that. Sheik asks Pete, do you believe in the idea of hunting someone on the other end to tire them out and slow down their offense? Yeah, this is something I thought Boston did a great job against of that on Luca last year. I appreciate that too, Echo. The thing about coaching the team that you have rather than the team you want to have is it's not always you don't always get it on the first try, right? So he's been trying different things and shown a degree of flexibility while also standing for something. You can't just blow with the wind whatever way that goes. So to be continued, but I've been pretty happy with Reddick. Got Dorian starting instead of AD. Hevchuk, no, we lost AD early on, and Maxi's killing us. We don't have the speed for him, so this has not been a playing with their food type of situation. All right, Lakers come out with some smaller group, trying to stay in front, drive and kick. Clears the rebound. Good box out. Good. Yeah, we have been the food exactly. Up. LeBron throws it away, irritated with himself there. Get a dunk in transition. It's a momentum killer. All right, Braun off the curl. Lakers down 18. Sidestep three. Misses that short. Lakers going the other way. Probably Dorian's worst game with the Lakers so far. Maxi pulls, misses that. Braun drops down, knocks it away, almost turns it over, but gonna get a foul instead. Braun has been pretty bad on third game in 4 night situations this year, if memory serves correctly. So nice shot there. There should have been an and one. Yeah, Machiavelli, we are right at the precipice of that. They go on a little run right here. Drive it right at Rui. Screen from Rui. Slips it. Good read. Takes a pull up midi. This is that flat. Had Dorian in the corner too. Quick three. Misses that. Flat footed rebound from LeBron. Outlet to Austin. Up the left sideline. Shot fake. Oh, missed him, Max. Had him on the give and go. Back up top. Drive and kick. Into the corner. DFS. Gets that one to go. Good to see. Down to 15. 9:20 left. Oubre looking for Rui. Looking in the post on the switch. They scram it to LeBron. Gonna have a travel before he gets the jump hook to go. I didn't see what he did there, but we'll take it. Right. Double drag. Good behind the back pass. Max open wing three. Gets it to go. Clean look. All right. A little bit of a push. Lakers down 12. 8:53 left. Let's go, fellas. Step back. Damn, big shot right there. Oh, just gets it through to Austin. Nice. Good patience right there. Gets the layup. There's a bullet pass from LeBron to get that there. Maxi having that speed and being able to shoot like that is just a nasty combination. DFS misses it short. LeBron with the rebound. Skips ahead to Max. Pulls a quick three. Missed that short. Damn. It's not a good shot. Lakers down 13, 7:52 left. Quick wing three. Misses that short. Max tracks it down. Ahead to LeBron. On the rim run. DFS dribbles it back out. Bron with it. Holds the ball above his head. Oh, gets knocked away. Gonna be a loose ball foul going the other way. Yeah, not a good pass. They do pause for 0.5 seconds, Staples. That's part of why I'm like, y'all should be running drive and kick drills. Yeah, that wasn't on Rui. That was LeBron. Rui sliding his feet. Cuts off the drive. Good stuff. Over to Gordon. Quick pull on the three. Box out. Rui taps it to himself. Over to LeBron. Skips it over to Austin. Philly leaving an opportunity on the table. Austin didn't see it. Travel? Yeah. And I have a timeout. First dead ball under the 7-minute mark. Lakers down 80-67, 6:52 left in the third. Yeah, Hefchuk asks, do I think the Lakers should consider a more proactive approach from resting LeBron, given the heavy schedule with postponed games? Are Lakers better with no LeBron versus tired, checked out LeBron? So yes, I do think the Lakers are better with AD without LeBron, if rather than have him being checked out. I also think that during that, what is it, a 6-game and 8-night type of stretch, I'd imagine LeBron sits out one or two of those. But LeBron himself, actually, it's fairly important to him to play in as many of these games as he can. And from his perspective, it's a like keeping his body in a certain rhythm standpoint as well. So this is something I don't have super strong opinions on Hepchuk because maintaining the physical fitness, I don't have that expertise. Hold on. Look at this tweet. Yeah, we will see on the strain. But yeah, I do think that it'll require some load management once we come to that 6 to 8 night stretch. But I think they kind of follow LeBron's lead in a lot of ways on his particular injury management. No, I totally agree with that 916, that if he's just kind of going through the motions, he's not standing with them. But yeah. Yeah, DSW, what would it be aside from a strain? Like, there's no other. This is a good point by Tempt. LeBron is resting in the game right now. He's waiting to see if guys have it tonight before he tries to round out with a strong effort. I'm not super happy about it, but I understand it. That's spot on, right? I saw some people upset about the minutes that the Lakers stars played last night, for example, and it's like they got a lot of rest in those 35 minutes or whatever that they played. That was not a full. Not every 35 minutes are the same. Yeah, Clarissa, when I work with the Lakers, would I ever work with or next to or see Rob Pelinka? All the time, actually. And that's part of the reason why I have a different perspective on him uh, than a lot of people do. First off, the bathroom, I sat in the fishbowl, which was a room with about 20-ish people or so. Dot, dot, dot. let's carry it on next commercial break. Yeah, that's what Gallock. That's what it was. We shared the same bathroom with B-ball ops. So yeah, it'd be sometimes, you're at the urinal. What's up, Rob? But he's there all the time. 5 on Dorian. Wow. I had a couple of conversations with Rob. Yeah, man. Got Jackson in now. Skip pass. 3 over. Oh man, that's tough. Whoa. Yeah, it's a bad pass. Looking looking dicey for us, y'all. Rob and I talked about the Christian Wood signing a little bit. Um but it was mostly like I think that was the only basketball conversation that we had. Um but no, it's mostly just pleasantries. He's a guy that's not super he keeps things pretty close to the vest. Jesse is very rarely around. Jeannie is very rarely around and does not interact with the staff that much at all. Yeah, of all of the people you think of when you think of Lakers upper management, Rob is there probably as much as the rest of them combined. And yeah, no, I know that was weird to bring up the bathroom right away. It just that's how where you'd run into each other. A lot of the people on that second floor would be like to and from, like up nods and hey, how's it going? Yeah, I got the day that they hired JJ was the day that they pulled Mike and I into the office and was like, "Yeah, you guys can't do the pod anymore if you want to work here." She was like, "Since you guys are already here." The damn saga. That's right. Conversation on Wood was pleasant. 17. I congratulated him on getting Wood because remember it was like between us and Miami, and it was kind of a wait to get Wood. 100% William. The having those guys, and this is part of the reason why this style of builds is an important to get through the regular season with LeBron is you need guys who are independent of LeBron's energy and will bring that. I don't know if they replaced me in my position, Jay. Part of what was happening with the team is they were revamping the marketing department. And so they wanted to produce less content and wanted a more conventional marketing department. And so they had hired Lauren to execute that. She had been with Adidas and she had been with the LA Olympic Committee for 2028. And but it was like very hostile to social media and making content and things like that. So basically they wanted to go in a very different direction with how they formatted. And so the last couple of months that I was there, I was doing a ton of meetings, which nothing wrong with that, but a lot of it was like market research on like Brazilian Laker fans. What are they into? I actually loved that stuff. I love doing that type of thing. Uh, but yeah, market research on like international growth and things like that. And Clarissa, yeah, the he's Ro- Rob is sort of the avatar that everybody blames the Lakers front office problems on, and that's not wrong to do that, but he is sort of the face as we get Cam into the game for a whole group of people where, yeah, everybody's going to dump on him when things go wrong, but it's actually kind of a group decision. So like the way the Lakers do it is kind of interesting, and that was what Magic was complaining about. It's like too many voices. Maxi pulls from way deep. Good rebound, Dalton. I don't think Rob listened to the pod, but several people in B-ball ops listened to the pod. Even still, Hefchuck, I was very much selling like a audio content, like a podcast network that was, or like podcasts that were done in house that made the team look good, right? That conversation with Phil Chang. And if you're worried that anything gets out, you get final say on that sort of thing. They didn't have issues with the pod until the Dan Hurley saga pod. I do know that they had somebody from MR saying like, "Oh, make sure you monitor Pete's tweets after he leaves." I'm like, "That's how up to date you guys are." So we're up to 20. What I said about Hurley here, I'll good take by Austin. What I said about Hurley was basically I we didn't have the pod, and I had flown out of town that weekend, and the whole Dan Hurley thing started, culminated, and concluded between one pod and another. And so I was cracking up because I was like, I left for like just two pods because I flew out of town, and so I missed like a Thursday, Friday, and this whole Dan Hurley saga went down. That was the one that Tim Harris happened to listen to and was like, "A saga? That sounds negative." Dalton again, and he was like, "Okay, we can't have Lakers employees having podcasts now." And it's like, bro, if you're upset about saga, you should. That's going to be like not in the top 100 of negative things I say this year. Yeah, been good to see Dalton getting in that rhythm. Oh boy, it's a tough pass. Yeah, and yet with Tim is the Palinka of the business operations. I don't know if you guys remember, but prior to like when Dr. Buss was in his final years and they had transferred, they were kind of transferring power to Jeannie and Jim and doing more and more of that. It was always portrayed like, oh yeah, Jim runs the basketball and Jeannie runs the business. Jeannie has never run the business in any meaningful way, really. It's been Tim Harris that's run business operations. So he's like I would say he's the Rob Palenka of business ops, but he actually has more power in business ops. He's sort of like the head guy that's been there since 90, somewhere in there, and was hired by Dr. Buss. Good hustle back. Sorry, I'm not talking about much about the game right now. Jeannie's role in the organization is as the governor, is as the owner, but she's mostly absent. It's the she delegates to her chosen generals, who are Tim and Rob, while involving, her much younger brothers and involving LeBron and Clutch and all that. But yeah, LeBron with 7 turnovers, a lot of flat-footed. Yeah, who decides? Good question, Nate. That is generally the bus kids collectively. Um, she does want say in large decisions, Temp. That's, yeah, not uncommon from an owner. 'Yeah, Lakers just playing out the string in this game. Maxey just killing us with speed attacks. This reminds me of earlier in the season when you could just spam speed against the Lakers over and over. 17, I'd be surprised if any front office people were in the playback. That's part of why I'm a little looser with it on this. Hefchuk, I do think that it is a personnel issue to some extent, but the main person who addresses that issue is AD, because for all the speed attacks and the difficulty staying in front of a guy, if the end point of that speed attack is going to be at the rim, having that rim protection and a player who can move their feet on the perimeter a bit, is helpful. Although Maxi's got a level of speed that even AD wouldn't be able to press up on that. Back rim. Yes, they do, Sanjay. Travel? Something? Hey, we stopped him. Yeah, thoughts on a potential Fox trade? I mean, it does sound like the wheels are in motion for San Antonio. I also wondered if Houston could get him in that Fred Van Vliet spot. It's possible Monk becomes available if Fox gets traded, but um, I'd asked about him specifically, and the thought is that very unlikely that they're looking to move him. Yeah, with Fox specifically listing us as a place that he doesn't want to go to, I think part of that has to do with the draft and the draft process. I'd heard that he was kind of rubbed the wrong way, and if you notice, he always has some extra stank for us when he plays us. Um, yeah, he doesn't like and this is something that there is some of that thought around the NBA and with players, and it's also the fans too. Like people, some players don't want to deal with Laker fans and what comes with when you have a bad night in a big game. So yeah, it's not for everyone, as Kobe used to say. Chit chat. This is something I wonder a lot. Does Rob have any risk whatsoever of getting fired if they underperform? I think it is less than Laker fans would like it to be. I don't think it's zero, but as a function of the Lakers front office being sort of this group decision in a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, that politically insulates Pelinka, and this is part of why the Lakers are the way that they are. One of the downsides to having factions the way that they do is that when there is a mistake on a trade, everybody's like, "Oh, that wasn't me. You're the GM." What do you mean I'm the GM? You wanted him. Yeah, I mean, I wanted a guy like him, but like it's your job to be the GM, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of backs away from the bad moves and but if you make that sort of group decision and you're in Rob's seat, and say you trade for Miles Turner, or you trade for Robert Williams, or you trade for Russell Westbrook, and it doesn't work out, you can be like, "Hey, this was our group decision to do this." S- So the yeah, in terms of his job security, I do think that there is. That's not to say that every player the Lakers sign, basically the big moves are collective. So remember when we had the streets three straight years of top 3 draft picks? That isn't just the scouts or Jesse on that one. That's everybody, and that was including Magic and all that. Free agents, big trades, things like that. The bottom end of the roster, whether it's the G League guys with Joey or and the two-way guys with Joey, the draft with Jesse, are there, and then I think the part in between, Pelinka really owns the middle of the Lakers roster in a lot of ways, which isn't to say that nobody else has influence over that, but I do think that that is sort of the part of the team that he's most responsible for and kind of what it is overall. But again, it's a fluid dynamic with everybody contributing to that. That's where I'm at in a lot of ways too, Clarissa, is more than anything, it's Jeannie's absence that bothers me. Is that if you're going to be a leader, be a leader. And I think that she would be helpful, especially in a factional type of environment, because she's somebody that everybody has a relationship with and or respects within the factions. So if you're going to have all those different people, you need somebody that can unify them in a way that, I mean, maybe she does more than we see, uh, publicly, but I really don't think so. She's just not around that much. I think that they would sell the team under certain circumstances, but I think that it would need to be a 4-2 vote in the other direction, you know? Right now, it's 4-2 to keep the team. Bronny swatted away easily. What I mean by 4-2 is the votes of the bus kids. So it has to be a majority vote from the Bus Family Trust, which it includes all 6 of the Bus children, and right now it is a 4-2 vote to keep the team, to not sell. There are 2 of the kids, uh, that wanna sell. So it would have to flip from that 2-4 vote to a 4-2 for them to be willing to sell the team. Braun gets fouled on the drive. Little surprised he's still in. Yeah, Echo, Jesse and Joey are the ones that have liked basketball all along, and that have wanted to be a part of this, and that they've given many years of their lives to the Lakers at this point, also feeling like they're the heirs to the throne and they want that spot. That said, I think that the relationship between them and Jeannie isn't great because for the trust that Jeannie has for Rob, she's doesn't have that for them. So yeah, Jesse is the scouting department, Clarissa, and Joey is the South Bay Lakers. And so there's crossover there, right? You got to scout the young players that maybe you draft, maybe they end up on your G League squad. So they work together, but they do have separate responsibilities. This is such a good question to read. No, they don't have more space to add if they wanted. It's part of the reason why they are on a hybrid work schedule. Um, but yeah, there are uh uh-huh. They don't have enough space. They're like we'd have to share desks and things like that by the time I left. So yeah, we were required to come into the office 2 days a week. They take being understaffed as a point of pride. For example, one thing that I was very proud that I set up there was a thing called Lakers University, and it is a internal continuing education program over and to where like different people would present like from their department and kind of teach kind of about the Lakers. And Tim Harris, of all people, did three of those under the Lakers University thing. And one thing that he would brag about is that the Lakers have their uh, ticketing uh, department is like a third of the size of the average team in the NBA because so many people renew their Lakers season tickets. And careful, Braun. Bona just wrestling with Max. It is NY Laker. And so also Jerry West is a very prickly personality that so like to Jeannie, loyalty is everything. And when you combine like that's her and her man, and Phil and Jerry had rivalry. Um and that West had been again, West is somebody that can be difficult to be around from a personality standpoint and had been there for years that I think that that had just rubbed the Genie the wrong way for a very long time. I don't know all of the details about the Phil and Jerry rivalry. I do know that when Phil came in, he like kicked Jerry out of practice one time, basically as a like, "This is my squad. I know you're Jerry West," but yeah, they butted heads. Yeah, West and Kobe were absolutely cut from the same cloth, Sanjay. I think that's probably true, Reed. The It's so funny seeing the direction the team is going in, especially if they end up trading for a defensive 5, like I think they will. Um, Over the last couple of years, I think Rob has learned a lot more about basketball than he knew, and we suffered the consequences of that on the 21-22 roster, and really just them trying to go small and not seeing the pitfalls of that, that them going back in the direction that they were initially in. I think a lot of it is Rob learning on the job, and it sucks because we're the Lakers, and it would be better to have people that actually knew a load about basketball. Echo, yeah, why are they also always away? So they're not always away. Jesse is not around a ton, but he's also part of the scouting department, right? And so scouts scout. They go elsewhere. And he's a pretty quiet guy, Jesse is. And so I would imagine there were a lot of times that he never even made it to the second floor. He's going to be on the first floor with the basketball guys and all of that. Joey, I'd say Joey was there probably twice a week or so. Um, So, yeah. I'm worried about that too, NY Laker, post AD LeBron. It's crazy, William, how many organizations have people making hiring and decisions and strategic decisions that don't actually understand operations. That's why I've been face palming about Lauren Lampkin's strategies and like the revamp of the Lakers marketing department. Again, as somebody, my job the last couple of years has been to help the Lakers social media channels look as good as possible and gain as many followers as possible and just be thriving. And so the Lakers are having a less frustrating year than they've had in the last couple, and they've lost followers this year on social media, which just kills me because we took over from Golden State last year, uh, and we had won awards from the NBA. And you know how hard it is to win an award as a Laker and an internal award from the NBA. Um, Twitter, I think, is slightly up Galalock. I think they're at like 12.2. I think they started at 12.1 or flat 12. Um, but yeah, IG's lost followers. Heffy, I think Lamar's Sixth Man Award is the last one I can think of in 2011. NY Laker, yes, I do. I think that sustainable excellence for the Lakers involves that. So, that was sent out by Joey that considered this a warning tweet, and he was warned by Tim Harris, the the villain in this. Yeah, he got a talking to for that tweet. What's up, Tony? Andrew, that was always a tough line to toe, is making it engaging while having like 18 different people to make happy or restrictions on can't tweet this, can't say that, can't do this, can't do that. That was always very tough being creative under all of those. No, no, no. Joey Ramirez. Sorry, Joey Ramirez tweeted that out. He does. Yeah, Joey still works with the team. He does not have really the same oversight over the social media team that he did last year. And so they've hired a couple of like uh management types and that's the thing that kills me too. They spent like I want to say like $600,000 in salary and payroll to change strategies and all of that. And like to see them losing social media followers, it's like, yo, if you gave us a bunch of money, that squad that we had running social media before, a bunch of money to work with, we could have gotten so much done. Oh well. Yeah, Larsoul's just Jeannie's friend. He was a producer on Jay Moore's Fox radio show. He had done radio. Aaron had done radio for a while, and met Jeannie within that. Obviously, still friends with Jay and all that. The pay was not decent, Reed. They underpay people intentionally so that they can, because their thought is that there's always somebody who wants to work for the Lakers. So no, the pay at the Lakers is probably 20%, 25% under market value. And their thought is like, yeah, just someone else will want that job. And they're largely correct. Yes, Tony, it's true that the Lakers do not have a pro scouting department. It's all the same people scouting it all. Good poke away by Koloko. Are we in fake comeback territory? Good take, Cam. Yeah, y'all have gotten the cheese man instead of good basketball. It's actually like, as somebody who loves the Lakers, it's kind of a sad place to work in that just seeing what it is. Uh-huh. Exactly, Sheik. I do still love the Lakers 17. It's funny. This is something that I've thought about, and I haven't questioned. I don't let like I am anti Lakers leadership by and large, but what the Lakers are to me, it aren't defined by Lakers leadership. It's about the lifelong relationship with the team, with the relationship I've developed with the fans over the course of almost 10 years now. Um, it's like, they don't define what the Lakers are for me. Yeah, the history, the memories, all of that. Exactly, Jay. Yeah, not loyal to the government, but loyal to my country. Yes. Job, Cam. Sorry to kill the dream for you there, Holcomb. Exactly, Echo. I think he's just being silly, Tyler. The thing that needs to happen to trigger leadership change, I don't know. I think that there is like Jeannie sees it as her like legacy and to preserve her dad's legacy in a lot of ways. Um Maxi, another finish. Grim, we're working on it. Now's not the right time. So for me, Sheik, I liked Lakers ownership a lot for decades. Yeah, Clarissa, I don't know how much Jeannie thinks about her individual legacy. It's always been more about preserving her dad's and the council. Um, but again, like that runs counter to the frequency with which she's around and just how like engaged that she is. It's like if this is important to you, then put the time into it and be there. Yeah, his legacy was winning, Patty. Yeah. You have to have the competence. And that's the thing is like when you look at the Lakers front office, the only people who are at or near the top of the profession of what they do is really Jesse and the scouts. I don't know how around Dr. Buss was. I know he was involved and active. I know that um I don't know if he was there actually at the building a ton, but I know his presence was very much felt around the organization in ways that Jeannie just she's very quiet, she's very shy. What would have to happen for Jesse to be in charge? It would have to be deemed so by Jeannie. And again, this is one of the most underreported complications of the Lakers dynamic right now is the relationship between Jeannie and her brothers. There's a lot of mistrust there. Like when I was going to games and working media and even while working with the team, like the degree that they talk to the media and the degree that like Lakers rumors have the number of rumors that have generated from them and with loyalty and keeping quiet and keeping things in the house being right at the top of Jeannie's priority structure, they've actually lost cachet, you know, with her. And so, yeah, like for example, if they were to fire Palinka, I don't know that Jesse would really be. And then is there an internal battle between Jesse and Joey? Which one would actually get the job, right? Um, but I just yeah, I don't think there's a ton of trust from Jeannie in her younger brothers. Sheik, I mean, the whole yeah, the whole team gave up a while back. This is the least I've talked about the game, uh, in part because of that. It has been hard, Hepchuk. That's really well said. But they don't have the best people in their front office, and that's you're gonna fall behind. You're not gonna one of the ways the Lakers got all those championships is if you look in the team construction on those teams, there was almost always a move that took advantage of the CBA, that current CBA, and you look back on it, it was like, "Oh, that's a really clever move." You let Goodrich walk and you get a compensatory pick. The James Worthy trade that got them that pick, even clearing space for Shaq and getting Kobe out of that. There have been all of these instances where Lakers have sort of found a wrinkle in the current collective bargaining agreement and really exploited it that hasn't been the case under this one. Happy to answer for sure. It does all come back down to ownership. Exactly, Tempt. We had the best owner in the game, best GM in the game. Had guys like Tex Winter and Phil, obviously. Yeah, Gary Vitti. Oh, all-time Lakers starting five, not just best player, but cohesive play together team. Oh man, Dalton hits another one. That's a tough one. Yep, that was a big change. They fired Ronnie Lester, that whole crew, 2011. That's who Jesse took over for. Yeah, seriously, we should have just let Dalton. Let's go, kid. One thing I worry about, and this is something that I know is a big topic within Lakers marketing, is getting new fans, right? And the way the team has been over the last 10 years, in a lot of ways. Think of what would your relationship with the team be if you didn't have all those good memories to fall back on? If you were like 22 years old and you saw 2020, but right, yeah, it'd be that way for a lot of people, and especially with their social media strategies of going away from certain things. Uh, I worry about. I just worry about the direction of the team. It's like there are a lot of 22-year-olds out there that maybe are Laker fans sort of casually, but they don't have even much memory of Kobe. And for sure, yeah, homie, like Austin. So everybody will find their favorite young players, right? But that attachment's not going to be as, oh, Sheik, I'm so sorry. Yeah, like I really think about you and fans like you that became fans in the mid 2010s or post Dr. Bus. And you're a trooper. This is not what the experience has always been like. Josh. Oh yeah, so the all-time starting five. Yeah, we'll have Kobe as our main defensive guy. Uh, are we doing just their years as a Laker? Yeah, got to be just Laker years. I agree, Roy, but he was in Miami there. Okay, then yeah, Shaq at the five. Shaq remains a little underrated in my opinion. The level of dominance that he played with, that he I get it with Cap. I I'd still probably go with Shaq. Maybe this is because I saw the older Kareem. Um, yeah, Shaq was a monster. Mercifully, we're wrapping up here. So yeah, Kobe, Shaq at the five. Gonna have to Bron, to be continued on that topic. What would my first move be if there was first move would to be to first move would be to let go of almost all of senior leadership, um, with the exception of the Bus Boys. Obviously, they've got Yeah, no, but it would be the leadership on both sides from Palinka. I had to get all the Rambus and that crew out of there. Um, Tim on the uh-huh. Yeah, no, Lakers lead more than anything else. Lakers have needed new leadership for a minute. So, all right, thanks y'all for listening to the Cheesemay tonight. Bad game from getting to end. Let's pray for AD. Hope we get good news there. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk more. Be back on, I think Thursday's our next game. But until then, I'll catch you guys next time.